Hello and welcome to day 5 of the Emergent series. We have seen how do we build task management portal using two models, right? Firstly, we saw with E1 and then we saw with E2. E2 was better, right? Now, what if we want to invite our team members and we as a team could handle these tasks together, right? So let's see how do we implement the team management aspect of it, right? Where me as the business owner could invite other team members and we all will be able to see the same tasks together. Likewise, there could be multiple business owners who will register and invite their team members, right? That's how SaaS platform works. So let's see how do we convert this task management portal into a SaaS platform. Let's get started. So like we already saw, the servers have gone to sleep. So we'll have to wake it up. Let's do that. Click on Wake Up Agent. Now we'll add a prompt, something like, now the task management portal is ready for one team to use. We would like to make it as a SaaS platform so that multiple teams could register on the platform and invite their team members. So please adjust the database for different teams and also add an invite team members option for the business owner. Okay, so let's see what it does. Excellent idea. Let me convert this into a multi-tenant SaaS platform where multiple teams can register and manage their own tasks independently. Now, as always, it'll ask us for methods, right? You can see here, before I implement the multi-tenant SaaS feature, I need a few clarifications. Team invitation method. Email-based invitations require email service integrations like SendGrid or Resend. Simple invite links that can be shared. So no email service needed, both options. Okay, so we'll go with B for now. Okay, let's keep it simple. So B. Second, team member roles, just owner and member, simple. Owner, admin and members, more granular permission. So we'll go with A for now. Okay, we can come back and see how we can enhance this thing. I think we can go with B here as well. Team limits, unlimited team members per team. Set a limit, example 10 members per team for free, more for paid and so on and so forth. So we'll tell have a limit. We will link it to the paid feature later on, right? When user signs in, if not in any team, show team creation page. If in multiple teams, show them selector dashboard, auto select last used team. Okay, so here we will mention one member will be a part of only one team. If they register, they will be made the owner of the team and they can invite other team members. Okay, fifth one, task visibility. All team members see all team tasks. Members only see tasks assigned to them. Okay, so we can mention that all team members see all tasks for now. Okay, so let's go with A and let's hit enter. This is the beauty of Emergent platform. It does not start building all together. It will ask us clarifying questions, right? Which helps us give exactly what we are looking for and thereby not wasting our credits. So we can see here it says, perfect, let me implement the multi-tenant SaaS feature. This will involve adding teams, team members, and invitation collection, team creation on first sign-in, invite link generation system, role-based permissions, owner, admin, member, team member limits, updating all endpoints to be team scoped. Let me start by updating the backend. It says, great, backend is complete. Now let me check backend logs and then create the front-end updates. Okay, and we can see perfect, backend is running with all new indexes. Now let me create the front-end components for the multi-tenant features. I'll create them in batches. Okay, so we've already got some issues here, but as we have seen, Emergent will mostly solve it by itself. Let's wait and watch. So seems like it is trying to access team settings page. Okay, and that's not available. So yeah, let's wait and watch. And there you go. It shows us a summary task flow, which is the name of the app, multi-tenant SaaS platform implementation. Successfully converted task flow into a multi-tenant SaaS platform where multiple teams can register and manage their tasks independently. Phase 3, multi-tenant features implemented. Right? Automatic team creation on first sign-in. User becomes team owner. Configurable members limit 5, 10, 20, 50 members. Team member invitations via shareable links and email with role assignments and expiration. Okay, roles owner admin member with defined permissions. Right, so let's quickly check how it works. All of that is good. Next steps for users: sign in with Google, create your team, access team settings, generate invitation links, share with team members, begin collaboration. Okay, so let's quickly check what we have in store. So I'm going with sign in with Google. Continue with Google. Let me log in as this particular user. Continue. Okay, so create your team. Let me call this as Red 7. So we have like 5 members, 10 members, 20 members, 50 members. Let's select 10 members. Create team, right? So everything is there. If I go to team plan, then I can see here Red 7, 1 of 10 members and owner. I can go to invitations. I can invite them using email address. Let's say I'll invite them using email address. So support@red7.com. And should it be member or admin? So let's go with member. Create invitation. Invitation created. Share the link below with the invitee. Okay. You can see that we've got a pop-up like this, which is not good. So what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot of this and I'll go here and mention when I invite team member, I see a basic screen show. I'm adding the attachment. It's asking us, agent will read this. Click on attach one file. Could we make it look nicer? And let's check if the invitation is actually coming in or not, right? So we've got this particular link over here. I'll click on copy link. So I'm opening it in one more browser and it says invitation invalid. So let's go back and say also when the user gets the invitation link, it shows invalid invitation. Could you please fix these two issues? So you can see here, let me view the image and fix both issues. So it's actually viewing the image to understand what exactly happened there. Okay, and it's going to do two things now. One is replace the alert with a nice notification UI. Fix the invitation link validation issue. Okay, so the backend is working correctly. The issue is likely that the invitation needs to be accepted by an authenticated user. Let me install a Toast notification library and fix both issues. Great, Sonar is already installed. Now let me update the team settings page to use Toast notifications and add better error handling. So let's see what it does. So you can see here it shows, now let me fix the invitation validation issue. The problem might be that the invitation is being checked before the user is authenticated. Let me update the accept invite page to handle this better. And you can see here it says, I found the issue. The backend is comparing a time zone nav date time from MongoDB with the time zone aware date time. Let me fix this in the backend. Meanwhile, we have got some issues here, but I hope Emergent will take care of this issue and fix it by itself. Let's wait and watch. And there you see, it has already caught that there is an issue here. Require auth is calling get current user, which checks for X debug user, but then require auth checks if the user exists. The debug user needs to exist in the database first. Let me create a proper test and maybe it has fixed the issue. So the edit agent was working here. You can see here 3 edit agent messages. Now let me check the front end logs again. Okay, now it looks good without any issues. So we should hear that beep sound very soon. There you go. It's done. So let me go back, refresh the page. I'm in the team section. Let's go to invitation, and this invitation is already there. So let me copy this link, go to the other browser and paste this. And there you go, team invitation. You have been invited to join a team. Team name is Red7. Your email is support@red7.com. Member, sign in with Google. So I'm going to sign in with Google, continue with Google, and I'm already logged in Google over here. Click on continue. Okay, this is strange. So it's asking me to create a team again. So let me go back and mention that. Now the team member was able to log in with invitation, but when he tried logging in, it asked to create the team again. Team member should just be able to log in without creating team. I'll also go ahead and give more clarity to it this time. The steps should be as follows. Admin bar owner will invite the team member via link. The team member will use the link to register. System needs to understand that this user is an invited user and not the one who wants to register a new team. The new member should be added to the team of the admin bar owner who invited. Both of these users should be able to see the same tasks on each other's site. Please check this and make the required corrections. So you can see here, because we have given it in detail, it shows the problem. Team member clicks invitation link, signs in with Google, OAuth redirects to app/dashboard. System checks has team is false, redirects to create team, which is wrong. The solution: store the invitation token before OAuth, then auto accept after sign in. Okay, so let's wait and watch what it does. And there you go. So looks like we've got it done. Next step, while the flow seems functional based on initial testing scenario, manual and using test accounts, I encourage you to try the provided invitation link and test the end-to-end experience yourself. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, looks like it has put me out. Let's quickly check that. Invitation. So it probably deleted all the old accounts. So I'm going to copy this, going on the other side using this particular link. Accept invitation. Welcome to the team. You have successfully joined. Okay, because I've already logged in, it says that I am already in the team now. Create task. Task 1. With 7. Details in those here. Let's say there's a design medium, and we'll add the date assigned to Red7 service, or let's say Ritesh. Create task. Now this is assigned to Ritesh. Let me go back over here, go to tasks, and there you go. Task 1 Red7 is assigned. So I'll create one more. Task 2. Details here. This is development. And let's give this as December 8th. Assign this to Red7 service, right? Create task. So we have 2 of them here. And let's go back here and just refresh it. And you can see 2 of them. Now, let me just quickly go back and open this up in a new account altogether, Chrome account. I'll sign in with Google. And because this is a new account, it's asking me to create the team. And let's call this as ABCD, 10 member, create team. And if I go to tasks, I cannot see those tasks because now it's a SaaS platform where each team will have their own list of tasks. I'm going to create task 1 ABCD, details here, development, we'll give some due date, assigned to, this is tricky. I don't know why it says this particular email, create task. So if I go here, you can see here, this is the task. And if I come back, let me refresh this, I see only these 2 tasks. And that's how we can make a software portal into a SaaS platform so that multi-team can use it with just some simple prompts. And you also observed that when I gave the prompt in detail that these are the steps that we need, it understood and rectified the problem immediately. And that's why we always tell, give prompt in detail so that the AI understands what's your expectation and does it in the single go. In the next video, let's see how do we integrate Razorpay and Stripe. Because if you have built a SaaS platform, then you have to be making money. So let's see how tough or easy it is to integrate Razorpay and Stripe on the SaaS platform. Do not miss out. See you in the next one.